Shavir, you're up. Recap me your last session, please. Hello. Jiv, please don't be gone right now. What unfortunate timing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, what tragedy.
Coughs.
Yeah, sucks to be you now. Okay, Shavir's back. Hey, Shavir, recap me your last session. Stream is up.
Oh.
Music work.
Yeah, so she basically had a little short rest, and there was as she erected this barrier, there seems to have been some sort of malfunction or something. It extended way more explosively than it normally do, and we heard like a from the outside. Yeah, that's
No.
yeah, human rocket launcher get flung out the window, and you know, during her short rest, she didn't really notice because she was a bit exhausted, and she didn't notice basically something getting hung up. But when she kind of like opened her eyes, then she saw this kind of like piece of meat hanging there, and it looked a bit enticing. She didn't know really what it was, but she kind of like bit down on it and started, you know, draining blood from it. And then kind of like she noticed someone kind of like watching her, and kind of like awkward. But then she noticed that that was the butcher that already seemed to have his suspicions about her, but you know, um, his niece, I think it is, has basically risen from the dead. So, and where she know where she is and stuff. Um, so you know, he didn't really do anything about it. He also had some misconceptions about people that suck blood a little bit. Um, but he didn't really do anything. He basically let her finish eating, and then they basically talked, and he showed her how to basically butcher animals a bit, and he basically said that after after the sun go down or something, we can go out and look for it potentially, like the day after or something. Uh, so they rested, and she read some books and stuff, and then he pretty much woke up. I think that's kind of like where we left it off. Sort of.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
One second. Uh, I just need. Come back first. So he where do we leave it off? Are they say in the same room, or is she waiting for him to wake up? No, she was going to the kitchen to make tea for him, basically, or something. Try to.
Yes.
Man, that was kind of like where we were at.
Yeah.
So yeah, she goes to the tea and kind of like see if he have
There would be a survival
way of
check, please.
boiling up water or something for tea.
A survival check, please.
7.
Yeah, you get it. I don't know. You've not been cooking tea like ever. Uh, you're very confused with, and you pick up some kind of bag and you put it in, but it smells like spices, and it's like sharp in your nose as you smell a little bit.
Well, it's not my place to, judge what kind of tea people like. So she kind of like, she dipped the bag and like finished and then put it to the side and then, yeah, you know, um, uh, she, yeah, she pretty much, did she hear him go walking around?
Yeah.
Something?
Yeah, you would hear him wake up in the morning.
Yeah. So she basically take the tea, what she figures tea, and she kind of like, walk towards where he is. Here he is. And
Yeah, he has that tiny bedroom to the side, right? That the one
uh,
also containing all the like posters and like you know plans, whatever.
yeah. So
Yeah, he wakes up and he's like in pajamas.
yeah. So she kind of meets him. Then like, hi, I I made you some tea. It's weird teas you guys like, but yeah.
He rubs his eyes and it's just like, hmm, uh, I guess yeah, you're still around. Whatever. Uh,
Oh,
thank you.
sorry. I just thought I'd make myself useful.
He sits like back on his bed, right, and you just only see his like shoulders and his face and his knees
Yeah.
off the side, and he drinks some of the tea and he says, "Well, I'm not used to live with people, so was surprised you're still around."
Well, I mean, surprise. I did tell you that I was gonna help you with, you know, your niece. Mm.
I guess we gotta do that evening then.
Well, once the sun go down, maybe. That sound good?
Sure.
Mm. And she kind of goes and because they're basically in his room now, right?
Yeah, in the centric room and the side room.
Yeah. So are they in the room where all these plants are? At the
He is. You're not. You're talking through a
Okay.
door.
Okay. Yeah. Um. So you can. May I look at those investigation notes of yours again?
Persuasion.
Mm.
Mm, this requires a speech check, and you fail. He says, "No." Those up.
Okay.
Like he like holds up a hand and just covers a little bit of it. Like no, those are private.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, she's seen them once before, but
Yeah.
she's kind of yeah. Wanted to. Yep, that's fine. Mm.
Anyway, so
Mhm. Oh, um, are you going out to town today? Any?
hmm, well, I don't have anything planned.
Oh, um, I was just wondering if you were going out, if you could like pick up some ropes for me. My last one's kind of, you know,
Eh?
kind of got disintegrated almost.
Uh, I don't ask how you did that. I
So,
have a very big delivery, and like, and he like looks at like a cuckoo clock on the wall, right? He looks at it and he says, "Well, some 2-ish hours."
oh, is that something you need help with?
Well, it takes a lot of time.
Hmm. Where are you delivering to? Is it within the city
No,
or?
somebody's
Oh,
delivering meat here,
oh,
like
okay.
raw cuts.
Hmm.
Like he looks at you and he signalizes like a cutthroat motion. Yeah, pigs without heads.
Oh, I see.
So yeah,
Interesting.
I need to cut them up until like 4 hours ish later and have them in cooling, else they go bad.
Hmm. You want some help?
Sure. He chuckles for a moment and he looks down at the tea and you see it's like 3/4 done and he like, anyways, what did you put in there? Dog water?
I usually had people make tea for me. I'm not really used to making tea, but I found something that looked like a tea bag. Smell a bit off though, but it's not part of me judging a man's taste in tea.
Yeah,
But
those
it's
are
good.
spice bags. Spice bags, you put them in dead animals to them to absorb it after you cut them.
Oh,
Yeah.
her face go red a little bit. I'm so sorry.
Nah,
I
it's different. I'm awake. I want to tear out my tongue.
I
Why did I drink this again?
well, I guess you just wanted to be courteous. Maybe. Do you want me to go and get you a glass of milk?
Yeah, nah. You see like
Understandable.
his eyes say yes, but he's like way too courageful to, to for you to get him one. He's gonna drink some when you don't look.
Yeah. You're like, understandable.
Anyway, uh, okay. So you don't mind putting the sign in front to open, right?
No, sure, I can do that.
As he starts
Sure.
to get dressed.
You know, she goes back into the room that
Roll me a
Tyrion
perception
has.
check.
Mm. Not 20.
You hear a chugging sound from the back. Hey, you rolled an
Basically,
18 stealth. Come on, almost. But you
you
do hear
basically
it.
drink water to basically yeah or something.
No, he's drinking milk. You hear a chugging sound from the back.
Oh, what what would I assume that he's drinking?
Milk.
Okay, so he has milk in there.
Yeah.
Yana giggles a bit to herself as she goes and basically, put the clothes on more fully because it's probably light down out and
Yeah.
hood up and everything.
Your skin does burn as you like go closer to the window, but apart from that, nothing really
Mm.
happens.
Um, she she actually goes and she puts the sign out. And when she's outside, I mean, she kind of looks left and right to see if anyone seems to be looking at the place or something,
Let me see what's
or
around.
or kind of uh, looking at her.
Well, no, you hear that the kind of riots that have been going on in the past few weeks have died down a little bit, and in the last week.
Mm,
Yeah, that died down a little bit. You do see some people here and there striding around, but nothing really much.
yeah.
See the clock tower and the kind of main street, a few towers, a few people, nothing much. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
um, on the other,
Just one
yeah,
last
sure.
thing. She would while she's outside, she would cast no detection on herself. Because she's
Okay,
outside of the
I
fence.
hope you're
That's best.
keeping track of your diamond dust
Yeah, I'm retracting now.
because it's 50 or 200 each use.
It's 25 each time.
25 only. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll double check it, but that's how I remember it to be.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, 25 every 8 hours, so 3 times per day. That's 75 gold a day.
Mm. If you don't leave certain periods
Yeah,
unattended. But yeah.
if you have it always on, yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, you look around, you cast your non-detection, open in the street. Nobody really pays any attention.
Yeah. And then she goes inside. And you said you were gonna switch, so I just wanted to get that in there that
Yeah, sure.
was gonna do the no detection.
Um, apart from that, on the other side of the kingdom, Nico,
You're
recap me your last session, please.
uh long story short, Don stole me and um the Kenku into the other place, was trying to see if something needed to be done. It got when nothing could be done. Basically, the whole street went quiet. So from that point of view, it seemed like also some of the stores were closed. So Nico went home and rested. He wanted to rest, do a long rest, and then wake up early enough so he can go on his first day of the mission, first day of his job. So he's basically just waking up.
Okay. You're waking up, and on the other side, we have Dawn. Canine is not here. You wake up in. If you're here. Hello?
On the dominatrix.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna continue with Nico then. Nico, you wake up in your room. She's still there. She has been recovering from her head injury.
Okay.
She seems to be aware again.
Okay. Nico will wake up and kind of like smile and just say in Gnomish like, "Good morning."
She
And like
waves.
as with that he'll form the quill and hand it to her and like just kind of like start with her. It's like, "So, did you sleep okay?"
She writes with a pen. Yes, but my head still hurts a little.
Yeah, that's going to happen for a little bit. You have to keep on taking this medication as he kind of like motions over to the bottle. Because you're gonna have to keep on taking this and you're gonna be very sleepy and groggy. So
Yeah. As you look at the bottle, roll me a perception check.
I don't like where this is going.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
17?
You realize that the kind of brown tinted glass, right? You look at it and you would realize that she probably doesn't have a headache because because of the because of the wound, because of the kind of injury.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Well, she drank medicine while you were gone, and now there's
She
a
drank
lot
the
more.
rest of the bottle.
That's why she has a headache.
He
Jody.
kind
Oh,
of just
sorry.
like he kind of just lowers his head and goes, "Oh no, that wasn't okay." He kind of just takes a deep breath and goes, "Okay, so you probably have a headache because you took all the medication where you were supposed to take it not all at once." He kind of just says, "All right, so breakfast? Maybe that'll make you feel better. Some water, something light to eat."
You look at her, right? You know that medicine includes alcohol, and you look at her. Roll me an insight check.
This man's gonna make me see inside. Had 3, nothing.
Yeah, you look at her and you see her eyes like blink at different timings, but you're like, it's just a kid. Whatever.
Yeah. So at that point, he just goes, "I'm gonna get you some food." As he like leaves the room real quick.
Okay.
Uh, as he leaves the room, he goes to the front counter of the bar, and he looks at the man who usually serves the food. He goes,
Yeah.
"Morning."
Morning.
"Hey, I'm gonna need 2 breakfast meals and some water and maybe in some juice, please, and thank you."
Sure. Give me 5 minutes. As you see, the place is a
All
little
right.
more filled than before.
Interesting. So what do I see? Who do I see? What do I see around me?
A few elvish people. A set of like three gentlemen playing cards. Seem to be in noble clothing almost. You see three people over like some sort of map. They are actually goblins. Like you would spot them, and you see like hands and shit coming out of the trench coat, right? And it's three goblins in a trench coat.
Nico's just like, well, now I can knock that off my bucket list. As he kind of just like thinks and goes, I've always wanted to see three goblins in a trench coat. Interesting. Um, do I see any symbols of maybe any druidic symbols, possibly? Since I know my son is around here and he is a druid, do I see anything or any of the people having like a symbol like that?
Um, no, you haven't seen it since. As said, when it comes into your vicinity and you see it, I will tell you.
Okay, cool. While waiting there, he'll kind of just sift through his inventory, making sure like today's his first day at work. So he wants to make sure he has everything ready and everything seems, complete. Um, Once that's done, he'll just wait for the food and then go to his daughter.
Okay, you wait for the food. You've been talking to the wife, so that's free.
Okay. What's the wife doing?
Don't know. Look around.
Okay, yeah, he'll go and search for the wife real quick.
She's not at home.
Hmm. Guess she's busy. Guess she's doing some shopping or something.
Assumably.
All right. What about the? I know there was two sons, and then the father.
No, one son and the father.
Okay, one son. What is the son doing?
Well, he is somewhere upstairs.
Hmm. Okay, thinks he's doing his own little business.
Hard things.
Um, I mean, he doesn't need me or anything like that. Um, how does the husband look like he's doing fine in the back room, like cooking the food?
Yeah, he's doing okay. The kitchen could need some
Hmm.
cleaning, but nothing much.
Hmm. Just as like a tend to being nice, Nico will like, how's the front counter? Like, how's the counter and like the desk up front?
Wood?
Is it dirty? Like a little
It's
like
dirty-ish.
spotty?
Nothing is really dirty in here. Nothing is really clean in here.
All right. What he'll do is he'll just wave his hand over the counter, and he'll cast prestidigitation to try to clean up the area just like a little bit, nothing too major.
Isn't it a square
Just to,
foot? Isn't it like some distance every time?
it's 10 feet. How big is his table?
You probably need one or two.
It's a 5 foot cube,
Okay.
though.
Yeah, it's a
Isn't it?
5 foot cube. Yeah, whatever
Uh,
surface fits in a 5 foot cube. So yeah, you probably need
There's
like four.
yeah, it says like I have three of them.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not. Oh, never mind. Just
You can't clean three cubes at the same time. You need to cast it every time. But yeah, it's all right. You take your little bit of time and you just clean it. Yes, with
You
prestidigitation.
know, and then at the last little section, he'll do himself. Like he'll grab a rag and just start wiping it down, just trying to make sure it's nice and neat for when he comes back. At least that place is clean for him.
Yeah, it is.
All right. After doing so, he'll sit back in his regular seat and uh, he'll look at the goblins real quick.
Yeah.
Just eyeing them, trying to see what's around there and like what are they doing specifically.
Well, they're drawing a map of sorts.
Interesting. Would I be able to like peek over and see like the? I know how to read maps, so like if I can I peek over and see like maybe like where this map is or see how it's being made.
Uh, Perception check.
18.
Perception. Yeah. You look over. It's some kind of geographical or like indoor map, but you can't tell of what.
Okay.
Not from a distance, at least.
All right. Once the food comes, Nico will say, "Thank you. Um, your wife knows about the deal with my daughter and all that, correct? And you know what's
Yeah.
going on. All right. Well, she's gonna be practically resting for the whole day. She doesn't seem so well. Just make sure she eats. At least
Yeah, sure.
All right. He'll grab the food. He'll nod his head and just say in mouth, "Thank you," as he goes back inside the room.
He nods and he waves.
He goes back inside the room and he goes to Atelia and says,
Okay.
"Hey," gives her the water, gives her the breakfast food, and just eats with her, sits down with her.
Yeah, you come in and you see a floor covered in vomit.
Crap baskets. Um, he'll go immediately up to Atelia and like rub her back and say, I guess you don't feel so well, do you?"
You go over and you look at her and she's unconscious.
Is she choking, breathing, or she's just unconscious?
Roll a medicine check.
This man is just hurting me with this girl. 10, flat 10.
Well, you as you like kind of like brush over her back, you feel her not breathing. You shake her for a moment, and then a little bit of more vomit comes out, and then she breathes again.
All right. With that being said, uh, he'll get like a washcloth and some cold water. She'll clean up like her face, get the vomit off of her, and like put a clean wash rag on top of her forehead to let her rest. Try to like let this process through her
Okay.
and leave the water and leave the food there.
Yeah. You know
So,
it's like 6 to 7 in the morning now.
all right. And how far away is the building from me?
Oh, like half an hour.
Okay. So as she's unconscious, what he'll do is he'll take out one of the books, the blank books that he has,
Mhm.
and take out the quill and write a note for her. And the note will say, "Dear Atelia, I have to go to work, and be out in the field. I will not be coming home until later tonight. Please, once you read this, stay here and ask for food, ask for water, ask the mom or the wife or the husband, or they'll just bring it to you. Please stay safe. Do not leave this place until I come back. And in the meantime, you will have this quill and this book. You can write whatever you want, and you can also read the other book I left for you." As he leaves the blank book and his wife's book on the on the table next to her,
Mhm.
so she can have something to read and write. And with that being said, we'll cast prestidigitation on the vomit because that's disgusting and unsanitary.
Yeah.
With
It's a
that,
good
change
way to
things.
catch rodents.
Yeah, so cleans all that up. Tucks her in, make sure she's okay. And before he skadoodles, he'll give her Atelia a kiss on the forehead, and he'll close his eyes and he'll think, "Please, Athena, look over her. I I know this is weird, but please look over her and make sure she stays safe. I'll do my best to be a good father." As he like prays to her and gives Atelia a kiss, and then starts heading out to the tower.
Okay. You head out. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Elven Kingdom, you head to the tower. You would definitely spot Shabir standing outside the shop, and also Dawn would wake up.
Okay.
Dawn, 6 in the morning. You're up.
I thought I was up earlier.
You can if you want to be.
Yeah. I mean, well, like the earliest I can be and still have the effects of my long rest.
Uh,
Like maybe like a 5
Give me
would
a second.
work. Yeah.
Give me a second. 5, yeah, 5 barely works, yeah.
All right, cool. I get up and like I'm assuming it's still a little bit dark outside, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. I stretch. Is Ron still there? I think he has like 4 or 5 hours ish left.
Yeah,
Because I subbed him like midday yesterday.
yeah.
So he should have like some at least until the end of my shift, I think he has, right?
No, you summon him during your shift, so he would also disappear somewhere during your shift.
Okay, well I'll just bring him back later.
Yeah.
I just looked to him and said good morning.
He nods.
Because I didn't unsummon him. I just like put a little like spot on the bed so that he could like sleep as well, you know?
He looks at you as you wake up. Slept well?
Um I don't know yet. I certainly feel refreshed.
Hmm.
Still a little bit tired, you know.
He looks basically like at his fingers as he's like putting his hands up to like the kind of lamp hanging from the ceiling, right? And he says, "Well, it must be fun to sleep. I can't."
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it like are you physically incapable or you were just like you just didn't
He looks up and he shrugs. He's just like, "I don't know. I don't. I I tried to sleep. It didn't work."
oh I'll don't worry, man. I'm after all I've done, I'm gonna try and make sure you can at least enjoy life a little bit more, you know? I mean, we found out that you can interact with matter, your glass man. Remember that? That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. All right. All right. All right. Just 1 second. Um. I need to cast a. Uh, oh yeah, my court date. We're gonna have to talk about that because if things don't go well, I imagine you won't get the opportunity to kill me, or who knows? Maybe I'll set it up so you can execute me if I've got to go out.
He looks at you and he said, "Well." He smiles.
I just I just say, well, I mean, I do owe it to you, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there, right?
I love how your brother is just like, "Nah, nah, you killed me. Just enjoy life. Make sure you don't die like me." It's just this. Your brother is
I'm
just like,
like,
"I'm the
you
person
know,
to kill you now."
I'm just like, you know what? Like, he's just. I look at him and he's like, you know what?
He's
If
not
I know I'm
angry
gonna
enough
die,
to roll initiative, but
I just say, don't worry. I'm not gonna. Don't worry. I'll find a way to leave you enough magic to go and journey on your own if I do die. You know, or maybe I'll get good enough at magic to we can swap places. So then I'll know what it feels like.
he points out to you and he says, "Well, I'm not dying for you again."
I wouldn't dare ask. Anyways, I need to cast a spell. he just he cracks his neck. He just grabs his book and he's like, "Oh yeah, if you can interact with shit, can you inhabit my book? I guess."
He picks up the book from your like end table, right? And he looks at it and he's just like, "What am I supposed to do with it? Eat it?"
No, don't eat my spell book,
Yeah.
please.
See.
Yes, I just grab it back from him. I'm just okay. I'm gonna cast sending.
2.
Shavir.
Sending a divination spell.
Um, let's see.
Sending.
Words.
No, it's evocation, so it still goes through.
Oh, okay, cool.
25 words. You can
All right.
say them, but I would prefer just to have them in roleplay channel to, just for the
All right.
sake of having them on hand, if need be.
Oh, I mean, I've been better at preparing things, so I actually thought of what I was gonna say
Ooh,
this time.
yes,
Yes.
people are doing their job.
Look, it's a roleplay channel. See, boom, right there.
Okay, what do you say?
Hey, been a while. We need to talk. Meet me at the tavern above the sewer and bring my stuff. I have to work, so see you in 8 hours. Dawn to Shavir.
Okay, yeah, Shavir, you standing
That's
outside the shop as you hear this.
Yes, he still ends his sendings with Dawn. That's how you know it's him.
Yeah. The way he worded it was very threatening, and he also didn't mention anything about the stuff that he was going to bring to her or anything. And it's like, what
That's
has it been now? Weeks later? Week later? I don't know.
uh, eh, more or less. He's kind of forgotten given all this trauma, so it's on the list. He just doesn't know how far down.
He needs a reminder.
I
And he
mean,
needs
hey,
help
hey,
with his sentence.
I have bigger things to worry about. Okay, you've survived this long without the shit. You can go like another 2 weeks.
Yeah. Hmm. Personal growth, something.
But yeah, you stand outside, you hear the message, and like half a minute later, after you put out the sign, you would see, and he would see you, Nico.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Nico,
Sorry, I'm here.
your word.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you see Shavir putting out an open sign to a butchery out. You almost don't believe your eyes for a moment.
Nico kind of thinks for a second. He goes, "I have like half an hour left," and he
Yeah, and
kind of
the
just
tower is literally right there.
yeah. So he'll stop at the butcher shop. So he'll like walk up and he'll go up to Shavir and kind of say, "So how much for a leg of lamb?"
Okay. First of all, the sending. Do I need to respond? What I'm going to respond to that immediately right
No,
now?
Yeah, just it's.
you
Okay.
don't need to.
I
Okay.
mean, you
It's
can be preferred, but yeah.
yeah. It's just.
Deal with the RP first, and
I'll deal with this first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, she kind of looks at. Oh, hello there. Hmm, just buying some morning meat
Nico, roll
or
me a
Oh,
preparing
perception
to.
check.
rolling perception.
Wait, what did you actually says? Something about a lamb.
A lamb, a leg of lamb.
Yeah, how
Oh,
much is a leg of lamb?
does she actually know that?
Uh, investigation. Probably seen the price table somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
14, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, I will tell you later.
Give me a sec.
Like in
Um,
3 seconds.
like a lamb.
And
Thing.
joint number one has been smoked.
Oh my
I don't want to know
god.
that.
Hmm,
And
I know you
Twitch don't need to know that. So yeah.
don't. I'll make
Shavir,
sure of that.
19.
19
Yeah,
on the investigation.
you would know. Depending on the mass, of course. It's as rations usually go for 1 gold.
Yeah.
If they're raw, that's half.
Well, raw 5 silver and 1 gold for ration pack of them, sort of thing. I believe prices were. Uh, Fancy seeing you here. Let me just kind of buy
He
some
wears a
morning
guard
meat
symbol.
here. Yeah,
Yeah, you'll see he has a guard symbol on his left shoulder.
like, oh, you do
Huh.
something bad and got caught, or what happened?
Nico just kind of like takes a deep sigh. You know, kids are expensive. You know, like that's kind of the main reason number one. But let's just say I had to do something that I'm not going to enjoy, and I have to keep up with it if I'm going to stay here and at least find my kids.
How do you think they are all in the capital? Running away is always an option, you know?
I mean, I know one of them's here, but I can't just go around town and just start asking people. That's not how this works. I have to
Yes.
do my own research. And what other better way to do that than by being in the military, where everyone knows everyone?
I could think of some other potentially good ways. But yeah, sorry I didn't get back that night. It's been a bit chaotic.
Yeah, don't worry about it. There's I'm just glad to see that you're around and you're safe. But
Yeah, I am. My
Nico,
wound is doing a bit
Nico,
better.
you would notice as she's in the sun, you would see parts of her hands and like her chin and on her face are like they start to look a little crusted and kind of like almost like sand falling off a little bit.
I did specify that she covered herself up before going out.
You don't have
But
enough
yeah,
clothing for that.
this guy's kid.
Morning sun doesn't matter.
Okay.
so at that point,
The angle.
Mm.
Nico will like squint his eyes for a little bit, and then actually grab Shavir by like her leg pant and move into the shade without even saying anything.
It immediately stops.
So
Squints her eyes
after the
looking at you. A little bit.
I don't I don't think you're a sun person.
No, I have sensitive skin.
Yeah, which
Tilts her head a
it's
little bit.
fun. Can I roll like a history check to see if maybe I could find out what would cause something like this, like maybe a creature or
Uh,
a curse or something like that?
Investigation or Arcana of your choice.
14.
You know there are some things that might cause it, but you know, reading a book about it would probably help you. You could
Okay,
probably find it out within an hour in the library.
okay. I'll make a note of that. So, what brings you here, anyways? You're just buying some food for yourself?
Oh, everyone needs to eat.
Yeah, you're right.
You
I
look a
even
lot
know how.
stronger now. Or not a lot, but I can sense more magic protruding from you.
You can't just take the deep side. I don't think there's more magic in me. It's like a part of me is empty. But
Oh,
in that emptiness, I found out what love is, a parent's love.
hmm, I'm happy you got to experience that. Did you make a deal with the devil or something? You didn't sign any contracts, did you?
Um, no, but I did lose a bet.
Oh,
That wouldn't cause me to like actually lose like something I said, right?
mm,
As he kind of like tries to chuckle and like play it off a little bit.
you want to
Roll a
tell me?
deception check.
Like hard as hell. All right.
You want me to tell you what you want to hear, or do you want to hear the truth?
I want the truth.
Hey
Is that what
yo.
you're saying?
Like he's trying to play it off, and he looked at you. He's just like, I need someone to tell me the truth because I don't want to say it to myself.
Yeah, you definitely
Um,
you definitely know.
Damn.
It's a nat one.
I have had dealings with devils in the past and people that, you know, take your souls for various favors or powers and things along those lines. And if you feel more empty, that's usually a sign of you're missing a part of yourself. And if you lost a bet, then I don't know how much you lost or what the nature of it was, but you lost a bet to the wrong type of people. It's not unheard of.
He, Nico will kind of like A single tear will come out of his left eye as he just takes a deep breath.
I'll let her tongue wipe away the tear and gonna get a crooked smile. Don't worry. If it's been taken, it can always be given back. But I'm pretty damn sure that it's gonna cost you quite a lot.
You know,
But with money,
I thought I needed my what I lost. I thought that was part of me, but I was willing to throw it away just for one person.
well,
But
you know
I
that
really do want it back. Yes, I do want what I lost back very much.
yes, it's not good to be short-sighted. Because even if you live a long life, you only live what 100, 150 years. So with your lifestyle, I'd be surprised if you make 100.
He kind of just crosses his arms. I would like to let you know I am 350 years old. I am a young and still sprung, okay? I am
Like
not
Where do you
one
dead.
eye
live? A
go up,
bunker?
one eye
That's
go up,
like
kind of like
that's like
oh with
middle aged, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's middle age,
That's like
yeah.
half your lifespan. That's more than half your lifespan.
Yeah,
well with
but he
your
still thinks
drinking
he's like,
habits. Wait,
no, it's my
you're 300 years old.
350 to be exact.
Oh, you're older than me. I was not expecting that. You can like see she was like thinking of you as
A
because
kid, yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's like I'm 350 years old. Like, hold on for a second. I'm your senior. But
gives a
then you hear
slight
his,
bow. I'm
you
sorry,
know,
Grandpa.
he kind of looks at the butcher shop and then thinks, are they open? I do probably need food for work. And he kind of looks at the sun and the clock. Like, how
Yeah,
much time does he have left?
as far as I am, no, it is. Tell me, what does your work entail? As she kind of like opens the door to get into the butcher shop.
Uh, I'm gonna find that out today.
Hmm. Well, your main work aside, you want to make some money?
You had me at let's make some money. What's up?
There are some people that have taken some stuff from me. Not very
Taking some stuff
motivated.
from you?
Yes, you nearly killed me at that, but I know where their place is. I know where their headquarters are, and I'm pretty sure that you'd be doing the town and the city a big favor. You would probably even get a promotion. And the things we find, I'm not against sharing.
He kind of
You
just like cross.
can of course confiscate some to, you know, bring in, but they don't know exactly how much you confiscate and how much you put in your own pocket. Besides, it will be after work hours. So
As much as interesting as that sounds, and trust me, it sounds interesting.
they
Who
are
is this
very much
individual?
criminals.
If
Let's
you
just say that
can I
they
roll insight?
are.
Can I roll insight? Can I roll insight real quick?
Mm,
Because I want to see if you're telling like the truth,
yeah,
like
I
what
don't
are
know what
your
I would counter
intentions?
counter it with. Um, it's not a well. I mean, I can't tell you that, but they'd know about it.
You can.
Mm. Well, it's not. I can't roll it. Well, I can't. I
Okay,
can
so you're
roll
like you're telling.
anything.
She seems to
Yeah,
be
What
just
is
telling
it?
the truth, yes.
okay, good. So Nico will like say, okay, so if this is such a like a big thing, why isn't it done by anyone else? What's so special about these individuals?
Oh, I don't necessarily know if something is super special about them. I'm pretty sure they're part of a crime syndicate or one of the ones in the city. Um, they've employed assassins or something like that, or some of them are. I'm not really sure exactly the nature of the organization. I just know that they are criminal. They kill and they steal, and I know where one of their safe houses are, and it's active again. But
Nico
it's
thinks for a
not
moment.
dangerous.
Nico thinks he thinks for a moment and goes, "Can I bring additional people with me? People I trust."
Just because it's people you trust doesn't mean it's people I trust.
Hmm. So
Also,
this is just a
the
straight
more
job
people,
for me and you.
well, the more people you bring, the more people you need to share the cookie with, and also, you know, what people are you planning to bring anyway? I mean, it's guards we're talking about. They're probably want to, you know, confiscate and bring it to the city or whatever, which means that we're not gonna be able to get our due. So it is pretty dangerous in doing so, bringing additional people. Now, I have I have some people that I could potentially ask if I do manage to find those people. But do you have a particular person in mind, and is that person willing to, well, work in gray areas, so to speak?
Nico just thinks back to seeing the piece of paper that Don had for necromancy. He's like, I think I know a guy.
God damn it.
I think I know a guy.
Hmm.
Yeah, Nico just like nods his head and goes, I may have someone. I
Does
don't
that
know.
person have a name? Does the
Don.
person look like
His name is Don, and he's part of
interesting name?
the. Huh?
Interesting name.
Very. But Don seems to be an interesting individual. However, maybe he'll like to help out, and I don't know. It shouldn't be bad if we all share the profits. I'm not much of a greedy person as long as I can lay my head nice and rest at night. I pretty much don't need anything else. So I'll see if I do run into Don today. I'll inform him. But how about it's getting early. I need to get to my job. As he kind
I
of like
would
looks at like the sun.
I would prefer it to only be you and me, but mm,
If you prefer it to just be me and you, I'm gonna level with you here. I'm not.
just leaving gonna take you in a back alley and kill you and steal your stuff.
You do give off that vibe. Just say.
Thank you. But I could have done that already multiple times if I wanted to. Remember the first time we met? We're like a lost little
Yes.
lamb waiting to get robbed, but I didn't.
All right. How about we meet up after here after I'm done with work? Um,
Well, I can meet you at the tavern potentially. When do you get off work?
I have to make sure my daughter's asleep first, so it has to be later.
You have a daughter
I
now?
can. He kind of like says, "Oh fuck, I forgot about this." He doesn't know. She doesn't know. Uh, he kind of just nods his head and goes, "Yes,
Did you find one of your own, or did you fuck one?
she's she's mine." So that's all that matters. And I want to make sure she knows that her father is safe. So at least she can sleep soundly. And then I'll be able to meet with you in the cabin.
Mm. Yes. So meet you up at the tavern at what time? I do have some things to do after hours today. Maybe
So
just what time do you get off work?
I get off at 8 p.m.
8?
Yeah, so like 22:00.
Oh. Does she know when the butcher get off work today?
20:00.
Um,
Isn't the workday like 8 hours? Now I'm confused.
Well, for guards at normal shifts, yes. For
Okay.
freelancing people having their own stores, not really.
Oh.
It's very
Well,
likely
they.
shifts to go from 8 to 8.
I mean,
so
yeah, they kind of,
You know,
choose their own hours.
yeah, you can make break whenever nothing is happening. So you make your own
Just,
schedule, which is fun,
it's like an
well,
Uber driver, yeah, but for
basically.
meat.
I can probably meet you at around
An Uber
10.
driver is an Uber driver for meat. What do you mean?
I can probably meet you at around 10 or 11 because I have some stuff that I need to do after work
So
tomorrow.
let's push for 11.
Yes, something along those lines. But leave me alone, please.
He'll he'll kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I hope I am too."
I will
As
see if I can ruffle up some additional people for the
all
rest
right.
heist, whatever you want to call it.
Before I go though,
Hmm.
I should get some food for work.
Yes, it's quite delicious.
I just need is the butcher here?
Yeah,
If so,
it
Okay.
is.
So I'll kind of like say, "Hey, excuse me," as he goes up to the butcher.
Yeah,
he's kind of looking through the window, left and right a little bit.
He's like, "Hey, like work. I need to get to work. I don't want to waste too much time. Like I'm not trying to be rude, but if I'm late on my first day, I'm screwed."
yeah, makes sense. You go inside. Shivir, do you follow?
I thought we were inside 'cause she opened the door. But
No,
yeah,
you
she.
opened the door. Neither of you specified to go
Yeah.
in, so you had that entire conversation on the open street.
mm, Yeah.
Okay, anyway, you go inside. You see various cuts laid on ice in metal trays. Nico.
Okay, trays, metal ice, ice. Is there meat on the ice?
Yeah,
Huh. Is there like cold cuts? I guess.
yeah, basically.
Okay. So I'll go to the butcher and I'll say,
Hmm, tiny fellow.
"Good morning, butcher. I was wondering if I wanted to just get some sandwiches or some, cooked meats
Meh.
for me just for work.
Hmm.
How much would that run me? Just some ham or
Well, you can buy
turkey."
in bulk. Apart from that, that's $1, one gold a slab if you want it dried. Apart from that, I have a few people coming around and going to like a public kitchen to, manufacture their food during break. Here at the bakery, and there's not much more you need.
Okay. Let me get the dried slab, please.
Hmm.
At least
How much?
at least for today. Uh I would like two, just two.
Two. What kind?
I would like think
Mhm.
like ham, turkey, pork. So he says like pig, pork.
Pork. Okay. Well, you wanted two, three,
Just two.
two. Well, I have three left, so I'm gonna just wrap them in. Here, 2 gold.
He gives out 2 gold and puts it inside his backpack.
Okay, you have 3 slabs of pork. They
Nice.
are raw.
That is going to be a problem later, but not right now.
Yeah.
Uh, After putting it inside his backpack, he'll go back up to Shavir and say, "Listen,
Hmm.
it was good seeing you again. I'm gonna go,
Thank
go
you.
to work.
Best of luck with the kid and everything. I really hope the best for you.
I hope the best for your safety and your longevity. I'll see you
Thank you.
later."
Puts a little hand on her, kind of like heart, and gives you a slight bow.
Nico will just nod his head and then leave the room and start heading to the clock tower.
Okay. I'm gonna message you something.
Okay.
Okay, that figured out.
All right.
Okay, okay. That out the way. Yeah, you go towards the clock tower. Shavir, are you going to answer the sending spell?
I'm working on that right now.
Okay. You, Nico, get to the clock tower while Dawn wakes up. You did your sending spell.
Yeah. It's like still like 5-ish in the morning. I
Yeah,
talked with Ron for a little bit, cast a sending stone,
yeah.
well, cast a sending spell. So I'm gonna go out into the tavern and do I
Yeah,
do I see anyone working? Just
yeah.
all
Everybody.
right. Okay. Um,
You see a slug
is
person.
nice.
Yeah, sitting on a
Happy to-
chair, basically glibbering all over it.
Do I feel any kinship with him after my mutation days?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I sympathize with him. All right, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna sit at the counter and I'm just gonna like ask for can I get like can I get something that's gonna be filling? I have a long day of work ahead of me. Please.
You see him like behind the counter. He looks left. He looks right. Oats.
Oats and bread.
Yeah, bread. Okay. Yeah, he gives you like a rough cut of like a third of a bread and a bowl of oats and milk.
I pour the I pour the milk into the oats, and then I press digitation it to make it make it taste like cinnamon.
Roll a d20.
Oh boy. 11.
Okay, you got a bad feeling when you cast this prestidigitation. But it wears off after you see the tiny specks of cinnamon pop up in the bowl.
Okay. I stir it and then I just eat it along with the bread.
Okay. Yeah, you get your benefits of a ration.
Ooh. And does it also count for like me drinking the milk as well? Just
Yeah, it
like
counts
I
as food
eat
and
all
drink.
the
Yeah,
oats
yeah.
and then just dope. All right, cool. I get up and I look around. Is the bard working right now? Well, actually, you said everyone
Well,
is.
it was the bard.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like look to him and I'll just say, you guys gonna put my sign up like soon? You know, in a few days.
Uh,
No,
he looks at it and he looks left, he looks right, and he's just like, yeah, if it weren't broken.
He's just, I paid, so hopefully that should cover the, cost and whatnot.
Don, slightly
Eh,
delayed. You get the message. Unable to meet today. Can potentially get you back some of the stuff at some point tomorrow. Did you have fun at the harbor, love?
The moment he's, remember how I'm
Yeah, you finish your
sprinkling
meal, and
cinnamon?
that's when it kicks in.
No,
Oh yeah.
this is where the bad feeling comes in when I'm putting the cinnamon in. It's like I'm like sprinkling cinnamon. I'm like, I hear the message, I just get a bad feeling, and I'm like, ooh, cinnamon. All right, all right. I get up and I'm just like, well, I mean, well, I'll be off. Also, crap, what was on my mind? Oh yeah, how did the whole and he like leans into him and he's like, oh yeah, how'd the whole magic thing go on?
Hmm?
Oh
He.
yeah,
What do you refer to?
he's
The one magic thing in my game.
he quite literally asks just after I went down, what happened? Like he's a little bit curious, just a bit.
Sorry.
After
What are you
after I
referring to?
disappeared,
Yeah.
after the whole soup thing, he's
Yeah.
asking what happened after that. Like was he up to? Because I hadn't talked to him in a while after that.
Oh, well, I sold my house because, they thought it was haunted for some reason because a fucking imp come out of it. So I was like, okay, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm just gonna sell it. They gave me the money for
So,
it.
yeah.
That's what I used
Ooh,
here, and I moved
okay.
in here.
I'm very sorry about that, man.
Worse enough. Got enough of canned soup for my life.
Ooh, I mean, look, there are ingredients and stuff now. Well,
Well, apart from that, I did had a guy snooping around, asking after you.
a guy snooping asking,
Yeah.
who was it? Tell me something about them. Like, what were they after?
Mm. Well, he was coming in here like 22, just like before closing hours somewhere. It was a long night that
Mm,
night, but you
okay,
look at him and your passive insight kicks, and it says, "I was drunk,"
okay. Do you at
but
least remember?
he mumbled something. Something, some weird symbol. Done. Close enough.
Uh, eh, could you ask her? Could you ask around and try and figure that out for me? I'll be back a little bit later. I've got to run to work.
Hmm. Sure. I can ask.
Thanks. You're the best, man.
Same.
Also, he just says, also, I haven't forgotten as he pulls the book out and he kind of shakes it and he just winks at him.
Hmm. Thumbs up.
He's referring to the
Yeah.
he's referring to the distort value.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
He-
just like, yeah, well, we'll have some fun with that later on.
cool. Yeah, you leave the bar pub.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna try and make it to work early.
you could.
Okay, yeah.
6:30, easy. 2 hours,
Yeah,
almost 2 hours early.
I mean, yeah, I have to make first. I gotta make sure Ramiel's actually like talk to the group and all that. Then I gotta talk to Torin. It's better to get there early.
Yeah, sure. Let me just fetch all the tokens.
Okay.
K9 would have to get over there, which I'm gonna do on his session.
K9's late. He's just wait. He was like passed out in front of my door.
Yeah.
Oh boy, did someone steal more stuff from him again?
Here.
Like I swear this man's just gonna. He's what's it called when you like can't sleep? Insomnia. He's gonna become an insomniac. Not only because he's insane, but every time he goes to sleep, something goes missing.
Yeah. Pretty much. Uh,
Yeah.
missing one or two people. Where are those choco fucks at? Yeah, come on. Yeah, from here. There. There. Give me a moment. Am I not missing somebody? Yes. Where's Tiny Fago? Where's Face Phosphorus? Did I lose her token?
Oh no! Don't do that.
Am I
I think
blind?
she's my, actually, I think she's my favorite of the guards.
The one who nearly killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a quirky personality. Also, she seems
Murder ain't
to be.
quirky.
I mean, she seems to be a compassionate, empathic person too.
Unlike Dom.
Compassionately hitting me with force damage.
Semi free of prejudice as well. You know?
Hey, hey, she. You know what? Hey, I'm compassionate somewhere.
Inside check.
Let me figure stuff out, okay? It's like a pie chart. I don't have enough compassion to go around at the moment.
Yeah.
Let me like clear up some stuff. Like
Sorry,
at
what's
least
happening?
33%.
Fetching tokens.
Don is
Yeah,
trying to convince us that he's a compassionate person.
I'm not. Hey, I'm don't worry. Hey, I was nice. I was nice at one point and then a bunch of shit hit the fan. Don't worry. I'll go back to default settings eventually, but right now I got shit to do.
Yeah. Anyway, your group collects back together.
Okay. I go into the building.
Yeah.
Morning, everyone. As he like just like kind of rubbing his eyes a little bit, like shit. I really did wake up a little bit early.
Yeah. You see everybody's here. Torin
Okay.
not.
Just
Still
I gotta
asleep,
talk with you
probably.
guys really quick. One second, as I just go upstairs.
People seem to be very tired.
And just
Some of them sleep here, so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ramiel
I
sleeps
no.
here because he's not allowed to sleep outside of this place.
Is it because of the rocket launcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Torin is
I
just like,
figure.
you ain't leaving my eyesight with that thing on your shoulder.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Also, before I head upstairs, do I see the new job postings for like our quota? Because we have one of those weekly.
Correct. I can, yeah, I will tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, just like um DM it to me or whatever when you
Yeah,
get
well,
around to it. Whatever's easier. Cool. I need to also go check at the one at the church as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
You do
Wait a minute.
grab
If
yourself a
I'm,
lot of things, but you never complete too much.
I mean, it's better to at least just work with what I can, you know?
Hmm.
Like, yeah. Okay, so I yeah, I'm gonna walk up the stairs and just I already know the drill. I look at Ron and I just say, no sudden moves, all right? You know, I'm I don't want my execution pushed up today, you know.
He stands like in an archway and he looks like at his fingernails, clips a little bit at it with his other fingernail, looks at you. I ain't going in there.
Yeah, don't worry. You know what? You might get to see me die today. Is he like kind of like nervously laughs? It doesn't matter how many times Dawn does this; it'll never not be scary.
Okay.
Especially after seeing her like blow up a fucking building.
Oh yeah, that's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dawn's like,
with the sword, she torched the entire street, and vaporized like you could see the riverbed.
just with building in it.
Yeah, ish.
Alright.
Oh,
The only
the
thing,
water was just missing.
yeah, that's enough to strike fear into anyone. Hopefully, it doesn't hit me. So I just knock on the curtains.
No answer.
God fucking damn it! All right, so I'm going to. Since I've been in and out of the room enough times, would I know like how far it is from the door?
What
Huh?
what is where
Like
from the door?
like torn in bed from the door.
Some 30-ish feet.
Okay, so it would be in the range of a alarm spell.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I ritual cast an alarm spell, and I want to set it up so when I walk away from the range, it alerts everyone inside.
What?
This is gonna be how I wake up Torin now.
Okay. You
Alright,
cast your alarm
so
spell. Expend a first level spell slot.
the- no, I'm ritual casting it.
So you're audibly casting in front of the door.
I think about it. I like look to Ron for approval.
He looks at you.
Do I like see him grabbing ethereal weights?
Yeah, he's preparing himself.
I'm just like, yeah, nah, never mind. I knock on the door louder.
Aesthetics.
You see, this is how I confirm if I'm doing a
Because you
good
know
job.
it's
I just
cloth
look
curtains,
for
right?
it's cloth, yeah. 13.
13. Yeah, it does some noise, but it's not loud enough to wake anybody one up inside.
I just I just say I like just kind of like a little bit loud, just say, Torin, it's time for work. Please get up.
No answer.
I'm like thinking to myself, why am I the one who has to wake her up? Am I just that
Well,
expendable?
you fucking broke her alarm clock. What do you mean?
Yeah, that did happen.
And you promised to repair it.
I couldn't. I very much. Oh yeah, I was kind of busy with an army of undead at the time, you know. Otherwise, I would have got. I still have it in like a little bag.
Yeah, it's a Lego set yet to be completed.
I don't. Would I? Can I roughly estimate how much time it would take me to
Some
like
30-ish
get like
hours.
30 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that today. Um, I just bang on the door again.
Okay. The cloth curtain.
Yeah. But the thing is, that you describe every time I knock on it, it makes like loud booms, like steel for whatever
No.
reason.
It
Yeah,
dies within the cloth.
it dies within the claws.
Yeah, it's like thick cloth. It's like a half a centimeter thick.
I like to run. I just say any ideas.
He looks at you and he says, "Well, I assume you figure something out, and I assume it will be hilarious." As he pulls up two heavier weights and kind of puts them on his shoulders, like resting.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and then knock again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just like let her like I'll like leave a little note. Hey, could you cast alarm before you go to sleep every day? Yeah, spelling. Hold up. It's
You
9.
realize ever so more that you're not a physical capable person.
Okay, yeah,
The
that's
moment
fine.
you stand up from a like a desk and a chair, you assume of yourself you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'm just gonna. You know what? Someone has to do it. I'm just. You know what? I have a better idea. I'm actually just gonna use prestidigitation and make a loud sound.
Okay. What sound?
Um, the same thing I did last time, like imitating like someone banging on a door.
Okay. Roll a spell attack. See how loud it is.
You just wake up and you're like, I heard someone banging at the door. What door?
Yeah, basically.
25.
What's your AC?
Let me check. 18.
I need to figure out the closest object Thorn can throw.
Oh my god. Hey, you know what? At least you're up.
No, roll me a
Eh?
deck. No, sorry, roll me a strength save. Oh shit.
4.
You know the side table, right?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
I can assume she's awake now.
Yeah. It has a wooden base and a ceramic kind of plate on top of it.
Uh,
You have 10 hit points less as you get bashed. Basically, you basically like you produce a knock, and before the sound is even finished, that side table crashes through the curtains. Like it's center of gravity. Also knocks
I
you
just
prone.
I just I like just you just hear like a wheezing cough and he's like good morning.
Here's some fairly silent footsteps on the other side, coming towards you.
Back. I'm still prone. I'm just like trying to recover from that.
Okay, yeah,
I'm like on I'm like on the ground like holding my chest.
Okay, she opens the curtain and she looks at you and she says, "Well, that armor is useless." She pulls the curtain closed.
Well, someone had to do it. As he just like limps downstairs.
Yeah. You look around when you get up and you see all of the broken pieces of the end table, the side table.
Uh, yeah. Fuck. I'm like, why me?
You hear some kind of tired noises from the inside, and you hear, you broke my end table, right?
Yeah, sure, I'll fix it. Whatever.
Torrent logic. It was whole when I threw it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I'll fix it. That's fine.
Yeah, you make your way down the stairs, prone.
I'm like crawling down the stairs.
Yes. Yeah, just look at you like a little mortified for a moment, just like you see the girl, right? And she pulls up a piece of paper and she holds it up and it just reads, "What happened to you?"
Uh, bad case of the Mondays.
It is Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He like he like gets up and he's just can you just I like look over to Ron and I just say, "Can I get a little help, please?"
He plucks you off the ground.
All right. I like get up and I just say, "Thank you."
All the others literally see you like hover, fly for a moment, and get to your feet.
Yeah.
Like think about somebody grabbing the back of your t-shirt and pulling you up, and then slanting you 90-degree onto your feet.
Well, my congratulations, Torin. Half of my ward is gone because of you.
Ouch.
Yeah. It only has 20 HP. She took half of it in one go.
Yeah.
Sooner or later I'm gonna get resistance to damage from this.
You need some tough skin.
And well, I mean, my con got a little bit of a boost, so thanks God.
Huh? Anyway,
I get up. I just like, okay. Oh yeah, what was I? Oh yeah. We need to talk as he's like just kind of brushing off his clothes and stuff like that.
few people not.
All right. He pulls up a chair and is just like, yeah, I know it's really early in the morning, but very sorry about the inconvenience. Looks over. Ramiel, did you do that thing I asked you to do?
Scratches his head.
As he just fucking stares at him.
What?
He just like makes a thought strand in his hand.
He points with his finger at it and he says, "Oh shit!"
I just face palm, and I'm like, you know what? No, it's okay. It's Monday. We all had a rough day yesterday, so I can't really be upset.
You see, people are still hurt from it.
Yeah. I look around. How much time do I have before my shift starts?
You came here at 6:30 and you fumbled a half an hour in front of Torrent's door. So it's 7 now,
Okay,
an hour.
so we have like that. Okay, cool. Okay, I look to the others and I just say, well, how are you all holding up?
Ramiel says, "Well, in pieces."
Yeah, I imagine my ribs would be like that if I didn't have the shield. So, Hmm. Anyways, can you pass the strands out to everybody, please? That'll get people up to speed since just kind of like thinks he's like we have about an hour, so we're a little bit pressed for time.
Okay. Yeah, everybody holds up their hands. Seem a little bit
Ramiel
annoyed
just
at it. It's just like, just get to the point.
Well, that's the purpose. I can explain it in 6 seconds, or I can waste 30 minutes getting everybody on the same wavelength.
Eh,
Eh,
whatever. Yeah, he absorbs it as well as the others.
okay. This all of them just get like visual, and essentially it's this is what Don thinks, because now that he realizes that no one got the promotion, he understands why. So he like lets everybody knows that. Just it's like him just kind of sitting, like they're all like at a round table, and he's just like talking.
Hmm?
And he says, the reason I get it now. The reason we didn't do as well as the other groups is because we lack teamwork. So I was hoping that we could all come together on that. I know you all don't really trust each other, but I know all of you moderately well. So I hope that we can all work together on this. As far as the quotas, I'm hoping that we can help each other out. It's not so much about who gets more of what done. It's just how much of what gets done. And it took me a while to figure that out.
They look around and there's just like, yeah, they didn't really get much done. That's correct.
Yeah. And then for the rest of this, he's just going to speak out loud and say, "Well, it's not a competition, because if we're all helping people, then we all benefit in some way, shape, or form, right? If we all get so hope. I know this is asking a lot of you all, but would you mind helping each other out with the quotas and whatnot? Just don't be afraid to lend a hand. I'm not saying like risk your life for anyone else. That would be way too much to ask. But just if you could, please."
Persuasion with advantage.
Yes, I made friends with all of you. Just please. I'm not good at this. I just say the facts.
Nice.
Nat, let's
Yeah.
go.
Gonna. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, they look at each other and they like nod and smile at each other.
Hmm. And then like he looks at the like the quest board essentially. He's like, "So what's on the menu?"
Okay, I will read it out. I will write it out to you.
Okay. I was not expecting that to work. Wow. Dice gods, do you love me sometimes?
Oops. For-
Well, Don, I'm glad you're having a good day at work.
I that was quite literally a save or suck check. If I didn't get everybody on board with that, life would have been a lot more difficult.
Yep.
Yeah. You see, it's I have to like be lucky about this and smart about this. Otherwise, it just fails. Oh boy, this is gonna be fucking difficult. And what's it called? Does it also display like the bonus ones from the other groups, like it did from last week?
give me a second. Need some brain capacity
Alright.
ammo. There you have your quest board for this week.
Okay. Alright, I got this. So, as I'm like looking over the board, and I just say, well, if you guys are humor me, I have an idea. So, I get it. We all want the promotion, right? Who wouldn't? Moving up the ladder and whatnot. Here's my theory, though. If we all can, work together and get everything done, and we all and we all build trust amongst each other, it won't matter who gets the promotion because we'll trust the person in charge to do the right thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. If you guys don't mind, since as he's like counting them out, just all right. Let's divvy out the work for this week if we can. So, who wants to do what? Um, I'll I just I already see. Do I see this number 7 just on the board?
Yeah.
I obviously just take that one, and I'm
Oh,
just like, all right, cool. Who's next?
you see,
Yes, you in front of everyone. You see me take the hardest quest.
okay. You see Ramiel, and he points to the scouting party.
It's
Hmm. Would probably be my
just
best one.
yeah. I trust you with that.
See the noble girl point out the 3 people avoiding payments or merchant tax.
Yeah, I got you.
See Penelope point out 3 burglars or thieves. And it goes cold down your spine. You know how that ended up last time.
I just kind of give a lighthearted laugh and just say, just go easy on them, okay?
She nods, not saying anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, so let me just note that down. Then we have Romeo. Penelope would also take that one. None. Okay, 2 quests are still open, which is 10 health or equipment issues among the guards, and 5 commoners with semi or mundane tasks that they couldn't complete otherwise.
I take numbers. I'll just I like to think about it, and I like to Penelope, and I just say I like to Penelope and Romeo, and just say, we can all work on number 5 if you guys want. It'll break it up so it could be easier.
Sure. I can't heal, but I can work on gear.
Everyone's skills can be used in some way,
Okay, and number
and
6.
I'll help the commoners if. And I'll make a deal with you guys. If we get all of this stuff done by the end of the week, I'll throw us a party at a tavern.
They'll look around and they're just like, yeah, I would like that. Remio points that out.
Yeah. Yeah, well, after all the hard work is said and done, we can go have a little bit of fun,
See the rich girl kind of smile a little bit as she looks down and she says, "What is that? A team building exercise?"
No. You see, all of us getting the work done is a team building exercise. After we all do our part, we all just get to relax, have some fun at a party.
Whatever. I'm gonna be there.
Nice. Don, like in the back of his head, just says, "I'm a great boss."
Nah.
Nah, he's just,
Nobody
and then he
sees you
just gets
as
he
you.
like get he looks so happy with himself with this plan. He's like, yeah, this is gonna work. We're all gonna be friends after this.
Okay. Meanwhile, Nico, you get into the tower. How do you
Crap.
cross the bridge?
I believe the last time I was just believing in something that I have a strong connection to, and the last time it was with his wife.
Okay, roll me a religion check. Yeah,
15.
you basically repeat what you did before. Yeah, you think about it,
Okay.
but the bridge doesn't come up as you try to place your foot forward. It goes past the kind of like the edge, right? And you pull your feet back up and you're like, why does that not work?
Okay, that's odd. Um, I'll try like maybe thinking of another memory of my wife, like maybe something like happier, maybe like have a stronger connection.
Sure. You think about it as you try it and it doesn't work.
Huh.
You know you have like 20 minutes to a half an hour.
Shit. Uh, so the normal way didn't work. I'm gonna. This is gonna be tough. I want to think
Mhm.
about Italia instead.
Okay.
Yeah, try that.
Okay, what do you think about?
Um, see her with the quill and see her write in Gnomish and see how concentrated and how you know knowledgeable she was in her own language. She's a smart and like she like trying to be proud of her.
Okay, roll me another one. Another religion, please. Thank you.
15.
Okay, you think of something different as the bridge comes up, as it is basically pages of open books.
Huh. Okay.
They seem to be having some writing in it, but when you look at it, basically the writing disappears.
Okay, so I guess that's gonna be Atelia's like book that I got her. Like she's writing in it, but
Yeah.
I won't know until I go home.
Yeah. You
All
figured
right, so
that
he's
one out. That one was a good insight. Nice. I like that one. That you figured that out. Good.
yeah. See, like that was I like that. So like he's actually happy, kind of going to work now. He has something now. He's like motivated to work because he has a daughter back home. So he, walks forward, and the first thing he does is he looks for the priestess.
She's there.
Looking at the priestess, he will march up, and then we kind of just wait for her to notice him, I guess.
She looks at you and she tells you a line number and a page.
A line number and page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Page, paragraph, and phrase. As she looks at you.
He
Yeah,
tells me.
she gives you 3 numbers.
Okay. Is there from the? Oh, I would assume that basically she wants me to repeat something from the employee book.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
You assume so. You read it out.
So yeah, he tries to at least.
Okay, it is in Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
No, I do not. That's the whole problem.
Tough luck.
So he'll look at her and just pull out the book that he had and says, "I can't read Elvish, so I was wondering if I can get the book in common.
First
So
of
at
all,
least I can read it."
she looks at you. Then she pulls up her hand and she has a piece of chalk in it, right? And next question is, what's your AC?
15.
Okay. That's a crit. Nico?
I'm not even gonna entertain it. Just tell me what happens, bro.
Give me a second. Oh shit.
Right.
All right.
Welcome to school.
I'm not go right ahead. Do what you want to do. He knew this from jump. This was gonna happen.
Whew.
Yes, if anyone.
That's a high roll.
Damn.
Yeah. Ouch. I hope you were full hit points before you got here.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. You you see the piece of chalk, right? As she looks at you, she says 2 things, and she says, "Wrong book, wrong page, wrong verse." The moment she says that, right, you see the fingers flick forward, and the chalk, the moment it leaves her hand, picks up a ludicrous amount of speed and lights up. How is your hit points looking? Quick question.
It's 39.
Yeah, you take 29 radiant damage.
Yeah, that's I saw that coming. I'm below half.
And another 31 for crit.
Yeah, so I'm down, but I'm not dead.
Yeah, you see the chalk arch towards you, right? As it impacts like in between your shoulder and your chest, you feel that she might have something against you, right? As you feel a tearing pain in between. As it does almost like a pulse through you for a moment as you fall over.
Yep.
God.
Nico just immediately just poof, falls to the ground. And like his air just leaving his chest.
Yeah, a quick moment afterwards, you would get healed. by the druid over here. I can give you his picture. It's the next thing you see. Waking up. Pix NPCs. There you go.
Okay.
You heal for 6 hit points.
That's disturbing. Disturbing low. Jesus
It's
Christ.
just a first level cure wounds.
Yeah, I would. All right, Jesus. Okay. You just see
I
him
mean,
like
yeah,
take
she
a
crit
deep
on a
breath.
crown of stars. What do you expect?
Yeah, you just see Nico take a deep breath. Oh, crap. Oh, I don't like school anymore.
Yeah, you see the guy kind of having this green hue around his hands, right? Kind of mending the wound together as you look at your shoulder, right? And it's hanging. All right, the all above the collarbone, yeah, all of that is torn.
I'm just riddled with scars. That's it. No one's gonna recognize me ever.
Somebody from your past. Is that who are you?
Damn,
Yeah,
I
it's like
didn't.
The one-armed bandit.
What the fuck, man? Why did that crown of stars actually have him seeing stars for a minute?
seeing stars. I would see my freaking wife.
Fuck. I, she just like she expects people to dodge, right? So when she crit, like she basically like she just wanted it to like she had a grudge against you for that other day probably.
I completely and utterly knew that. That's why,
Yeah.
like that first. That's why he didn't move.
She
He
didn't hold
took it.
back, yeah.
Yeah, but Nico understood the moment he got there, he was gonna get mollywopped. So that's why he didn't move. He just said, "Okay, it is my time."
His words
Did
just echoes
nothing
in
I
your head.
say work?
Don't just run
Didn't
away.
hold back at all.
Run away.
What happened to talking to people?
Well, yeah. Don, recalling to that guy in the back just standing up after such a thing?
Just wait. Oh, you mean when he was cheating and
Yeah.
he got sniped with chalk?
Yes. That happened to
Yeah.
him as well. Yeah.
I don't. Was I ever hit by her?
No.
Oh yeah, it's because my life was on the line, so I like crammed like shit.
Yeah.
Still
So
is.
yeah, you recover yourself from your feet, onto your feet basically, and yeah, the druid basically molds skin over it, and he's just like, it's not pretty, but it's all I can spare today.
It's fine. As he kind of just trying to like braces himself for a little bit, and like kind of just moves his shoulder back and forth. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. This is gonna take some time. It counts as a critical wound. The moment you have 3 of those, you just die. You know that, right?
Yeah, so his shoulder's messed up. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be nice. So afterwards, he kind of just like looks up and goes, "What time is it? I'm supposed to report to work."
You see a guy with kind of a kind of almost plated armor. Let me just pick some NPC. He's sitting like a chair next to you as you set yourself down, right? He's entangled in strings, like literally sitting there like a Christmas packet, right?
Okay.
Apart from his like a little bit of his hand, and he holds a pen with it and takes some notes and stuff like that. He says, "Well, it's 7:30." He smiles at you. You see, he has
7,
some orange-hued eyes.
7:30. Jeez. All right. So what? Yeah, what am I supposed to do now? It's my first freaking day. And then he kind of grabs the workbook and he goes, and I can't even read in Elvish, and you're freaking hitting me for that.
Yeah, he puts his finger to his lips, right? And he says, "Shh." He like looks at you, wide opened eyes. He grits his
What's
teeth a little bit as you like speak out very loudly.
sorry? I just don't know what to do.
He points like you sit in a chair or on a bench of your choice, whatever.
Yeah, chair.
Okay. Yeah, you sit on a chair. You do have a table and a kind of bench in front of you, right? As you look at it, it contains a book.
What's the book?
It looks a lot like Calphon's, but less white, so less white gold. The gold plating is still there, even though it's like fake gold, right? It's basically like think about gold color, like painted.
Okay.
As he points towards it, he whispers, "Not the right book."
He immediately just opens the book and skims through it, tries to
It's
look,
written in Elvish.
sort of just like grits his hand for a second, and then he just thinks to himself. And I remembered comprehend languages, so it's spoken, not written. Oh yeah, you can also understand the written language, but you must be touching it. It takes about 1 minute to read one
It's like
page of
Braille.
text.
You can read everything if you're touching the word in particular. So you're
Okay,
basically reading Braille,
all right.
which takes a lot longer.
Yeah, but then I would understand every single word of it and I would process it easier. At least it makes it better.
Yeah, it makes it definitely better.
So yeah, he'll catch comprehend languages as like quietly as he can and just start reading from the beginning and just try to read every single page in detail and try to digest it and understand it.
Religion check.
You know, you threw me a lot of religion checks today.
Yeah, that's just how that works. You
24.
you are in a church. What do you expect? Yeah, the first hour goes great. You don't understand jack shit, right? But you at least can memorize a lot of things, and you can remember and recall a lot of things. Because when you start from the beginning of the book, it's like starting in the Old Testament. Nothing makes sense in the fucking Old Testament for a normal thinking person for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, don't really know what this means or what it correlates to, but
But while he's flipping through the pages, he wants to see if there's any writing, like almost like hand scribble marks or like custom marks people have made in this book.
mm, there's
And if
not.
it's okay,
There's a line here and there. Like think about somebody took like a pen a pen and did like a tiny mark for a page, right? Like on the corners
oh,
and edges every once in a while. But that's about it.
okay. So after reading that first part, he'll look up to the individual, and he doesn't want to ask for help, but is he still looking at him?
Um, you look at him. He seems to be smiling and kind of enjoying himself reading. Apart from that, please roll me an insight check.
An insight check.
Yes.
6.
Hmm, you don't know.
Well, I guess he won't try to make conversation. He seems happy for it being quiet, so he'll continue to read the book and try to get it as farther as possible.
Okay. This goes on for like 2 hours.
Okay.
Yes. So you do get some information. That's about it. this class ends, you see a questing board to the side. There's some things written on it, but it's as well in Elvish. As comprehend language is only less than an hour, correct?
Yeah, so he kind of just like lowers his head and he looks back at the man and goes, and he whispers, "Thank you, but can you? Is there a book that can help me understand Elvish a little bit more? It's a little hard to read the way I'm doing it."
He smiles for a moment and he whispers, "You, you can't read Elvish. That's that's rare."
Yeah, it's not something that I went to school for.
He puts his hand on his cheek and he says, "What did you go for school for?"
uh, I actually went to school for uh protection magic.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, that's was my favorite type. I was the protective type of person. But then diving more into knowledge, I found out there's more to protection than just that type of magic. He doesn't know why he explained more than he did, but no one's ever asked him that before, so that was interesting.
I get around that.
Yeah. What about you? Did you go to school?
Well, I'm in school now. Apart from that, yeah.
Uh, huh. And what are you doing here? You don't seem hurt at all or something like that.
Well, I'm not hurt. No.
Uh-huh. Well, can you at least just tell me what's on the quest board? Or like he points to the board, just so it's a little easier for me.
He leans over like a centimeter or two. You see the priestess look at him, right? And he leans backwards. He starts to like scribble down something on his piece of paper. It's in common.
What does it say?
Roll a perception check.
12.
Um, you see, we got it covered.
Uh-huh. So like he kind of just nods his head and then kind of like weakly walks back to the chair, but then he does see the priestess, doesn't he?
Yes, of course.
So looking at the priestess, he'll immediately his eyes will widen, but he'll actually stand at attention in front of her, like
Okay.
as like before she moves.
Fuck on! Fuck up!
Sorry.
Sorry. Not a dog stuff.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why he's doing this.
Okay.
So
You do so. She sees you. Huh? Sorry. She looks at you.
I don't know what my assignment is or what I'm supposed to be doing. You told me to report to you once I came here, so that's what I did.
Yeah. Welcome to part of my squadron.
Part of your what now?
Of my squadron.
He kind of just looks around and like motions to the other individual. You mean he's part of your squadron and now I'm included?
Yeah. She smiles for a moment.
Like, but don't we not like each other? Like, don't you want me away from you as far as possible?
I don't like you. That's why I am here.
Ah, so you just want to see to my punishment yourself.
Not particularly. I just spent a lot of magic because of you. And I think that's a. She looks at you. A sign of goodwill now, is it? Spending one's precious magic for somebody else?
I assume so.
Hmm.
As he kind of thinks back to him expending his magic for her. Like, okay.
So,
So he looks at.
you're here to
Uh,
pay it off then, I assume.
huh? To pay it off? But I used. But I thought this was a like he thought it was like a mutual exchange. Like I casted magic for you, and like everything was fine. It's like I'm so confused here. I'm gonna pay off your magic.
Well, resurrections are neither cheap nor easily possible.
Reser. Oh, as he immediately understands what she meant. I see now. Correct? They're not cheap. So what must I do?
Well, I leave you a choice.
What are my choices?
Hmm. Glad you ask. Well, number one would be you could pay it off in gold.
Which is how much?
So, as there's no other way of resurrecting one's person once they're dead for over a minute, the ninth level spellcast is only what can bring them back.
He
She
immediately just
she
raises his
looks
hand.
up. She looks up from her book, right, towards you, and she says, "You don't simply ask a god for one resurrection."
You. I don't like where this is going. So what must I do?
Well, you can pay it off in gold. That would only be thinking about a ninth level spellcasting scroll and a person to cast it with would pay for it. Uh, like 1 to 2 million gold. Ludicrous, I know.
Like immediately he just like chuckles. He goes, so this is indentured servitude then. Okay. So seeming that my pockets don't run that deep and I'm not a noble, what's the second option?
She she looks at you, right? And she goes a step towards you. And she puts her hand on her shoulder, right? And she says, "Well, that's not my decision." She points to a statue in the back of the church.
Uh it's saloons?
She smiles.
It's whose? Ken just goes, I don't like where this is going. He immediately like turns to the direction where she's pointing.
Yeah.
He and just says, do I do it alone? Or do I have to have you watching over me?
No, I think I will. I will know.
So is there like a room or do I just have to kneel in front of a statue or something like that?
You see a statue in the back.
Okay, so Nico would walk to the statue and like examine it and see what it looks like? Describe it to me.
I have a perfect fitting picture. There you go.
Jesus Christ. So examining the statue, like seeing how she's positioned.
Yeah.
You know, has never prayed before to a god. He has thought of his wife.
Yeah.
So, like, in his way of praying, all he does is kind of just crosses his arms and puts his head down. But instead of closing his eyes, he'd look at the statue and just crosses arms, thinking of the writing and now to saloon.
Okay. While you do that, meanwhile, on the other side of the street, we see Shavir in the butcher shop. Yeah. You yeah, you're in the butcher shop after he left, and yeah, the delivery is almost there. It's gonna
Yeah,
come in the next
we're
like
2 hours.
yeah.
Right, so should go to one of the back rooms and um, basically keep reading that book that she was reading before on what yeah, spellcasting. No, butchering.
Yeah.
What's the
It
word?
would be survival.
To read?
Yeah, to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. So is that uh, new skill that you added, the butchery one?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay. 21. Holy shit, that's natural 19.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, you make some very well progress. You know now how to not only cut smaller animals but also bigger ones, at least theoretically,
yeah.
because you know animals are not always shaped exactly the same, and you don't know how old the books are and how precise they are.
Yeah,
But
well, me
you
too.
get a pretty one does not simply.
That's not simply butcher an animal.
Yeah, basically. Um, but Dawn basically is Nico's praying. Basically, Dawn on the other side. That's not how praying works. Anyway,
No, that was the one does not simply ask God to resurrect.
yeah, basically.
So you had basically
Damn,
finished the
he's getting dogged.
easy book?
This is gonna be rough.
Yeah,
Because I had basically 2 out of 3 on the easy book part. Do I basically finish up the easy book part?
yeah.
Yeah, so 3 out of 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, she reads that and take in that knowledge and kind of like do some sharp movements in the air. Kind of like, interesting. So yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
if she had
also,
time,
you would also, the last chapter of the book, right, would state that there's also, depending on what you focus on, you can use different cuts to get, you know, a better outcome, right? So if you value a singular part of a, like, let's say you want to cut a cow and you really want that T-bone steak, you have to do a specific starting cut, right?
hmm,
Because if you do another one, you cut into the T-bone steak, you basically sacrifice the, you know, the quality of it for something else.
I'm surprised and impressed that you're taking the time to research butchery. Like, I'm legit impressed. Or you're just making this up as you go and just pulling it out of your ass. Either way,
Let's say
super
the
impressed.
rat loved cooking.
Okay, no, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Uh,
You don't know if you give a player the opportunity to eat garbage as food, they're gonna try to stray away from that as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna be so used to it, they're gonna only do it in emergencies. And then the rat is just like, well, normal food is fucking good. What is good food like? And then because trial and error. So yeah, some people have been learning cooking to the despise of my druid. So fun.
Yeah. If she have some time over before the delivery car, she would start reading on the intermediate. Um, but yeah,
Yeah, sure.
it's basically
Like half an hour ish. You can roll me
mm,
another one for the
yeah.
second book.
The,
Yeah, let's say the
I
easy book was a lot more easy to read. You
uh,
basically have to like you look into the book, you see three terms that you have no clue. You jump back to the first book, look them up, look back, and then the next word, right? So it takes some almost
yeah,
exponentially more time, and it's just like yeah, you get through like the first sentence, and it basically explains what I just said.
yeah. So she basically takes some mental notes of some of the hard words, and you know, and then she pretty much when she hear they're being talking out there, I would assume she do at some point that she noticed that the delivery come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Um.
caravan, and it's basically like a set of like a few horses and like not like a plain wagon but like a carriage and yeah they basically just shove off the carriage like like almost on logs it slides off and crashes onto the ground. It's like it's like in cloth, like one sheet of cloth around the entire thing, and it's dead carcasses.
Hmm.
It's not more. It's a wooden like underpiece and a bunch of cloth wrapped around it. That's it.
Yeah. She like stuff half a face, kind of looking for out from a door further in. Kind of just, and then she basically waits until they have kind of like until they've left, and then she
Yeah,
would kind of like start going out to the outer part of the shop.
yeah. You see the butcher walk up and he cracks his neck. He waves goodbye to the delivery boy and just nods to him. Hmm.
Mm.
It's gonna be a rough day. Let's bring everything inside first.
Um,
He has like think about a wire coat hanger, right, in hand, and he has a bunch of these like hooks, like double hooks on it, right? And it's just like, well, it's surprisingly easy. We get the cloth off, and then you pick a hook, and he points to a piece like afterwards, after he like takes out a tiny knife, right? And he just slices open the cloth, kind of throws it in a barrel. You see him just like, yeah, you just take a hook, and then he just basically where you put it is in front of the spine, right? Because the heads have been gone, so you basically put it like in front of the spine, almost where the collarbone would sit.
yeah.
Basically
He,
hook it under there, and then you just
he,
drag him off. It requires a lot of effort, like of strength to do so.
yeah. She kind of nods and this kind of, can I take it from her inside? You get them inside. I can take it from there. Could that be possible?
He looks at you. You know how to skin.
No, just carry them into the freezer or something.
Sure, yeah, we need to hang him
Go
up
outside.
anyway.
Yeah,
You
she
you
kind of like
grab a piece
reluctant
and
to
you
go
carry
outside.
whatever.
Yeah,
Sure.
she seems a bit reluctant to go outside. So,
Yeah, I need 5 athletics checks.
uh, 15, first one. 16 on the second one. 9 on the third one. 14 on the
Does
fourth
that
one.
work?
White. And a 0 on the fifth one.
Oh God. Yeah, you drop some carcasses on the floor. It makes a bit of a mess here and there because it's
Nasty.
fresh. Yeah.
Uh,
Twice to be exact. On the
uh,
9 as
uh,
well. And you else you
so
drag them.
sorry.
right? You can't really lift them fully. So you drag them
Uh,
into the freezer and they kind of lay there as he hands them to you. He wonkles on the first one, but then he gets kind of into the flow. So he just he gets faster as you get slower.
uh,
He almost works himself into a kind of rush.
kind of like breathes heavily afterwards. Just that was that was some good workout.
Yeah. He looks at you. It definitely is. You see at him. He has like a he has some like 16, 18 strength. Yeah.
Oh, oh boy, maybe she'll be able to get a +1 in strength if she keeps this up.
Yeah. If you do it for longer, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all in the freezer laying on the ground. He says, you know, they need to be on the. He points out to like a very sturdy metal bar.
Can she reach up there?
Barely.
He's like, oh, I forgot my toast. Maybe.
Eh,
Just,
Okay. Okay. You take the legs. I grab it by the hook.
Mhm. I finished the beginner books on Witchery, by the way.
Hmm.
I'm starting to work on the intermediate ones.
Basically, it goes inside out, right? So the
Mm,
beginner book, basically, if you already have a semi-processed thing, it tells you how to fully process it.
mm,
So it doesn't help you with getting something from a pig to a steak, right? You would have to
yeah.
improvise the skinning and everything else in between. Gutting.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
you start to hang them up, but
Um, while they do this, it's kind of like there were some hard terms I didn't really understand, like acetylcholine and I don't know acid. There were some just weird
hmm,
things that I didn't really
yeah, I can
understand.
take a look at that.
Metabolist, I don't know. There were some words that I didn't understand.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Mm,
With your help, and he hangs them all up. Okay, he gets out a big blade, right? It looks like a ginormous saw. Like think about a mixture between a saw and a short sword.
mm, mm,
Basically, it's a jagged short sword. Yeah, and he takes out like think about a sharpie, right?
no.
And he puts some lines on the animals, like on the belly. And it's just like, well, yeah, they have to be open. So he draws the lines. I draw the lines, you do the cuts.
Okay. She looks kind of like happy. I like cutting things.
Figured so. I need 5 sleight of hand checks.
The sarcasm went over her head. She have practice with Edwin this side of her hand.
Yeah,
But, well, so we have how many did you want?
5.
Must be a faster way of doing it. Oh, oh,
Nice.
and one more, right?
Yep, one more.
Fucking nat 20 in there.
Yes. Oh god. Not following up strong. But yeah,
Looks way too happy. This, yay!
yay!
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
and completely misstabs. Okay, you do some yeah. The most of them are looking decently fine. At least for you, they're all like perfect. But yeah, on that crit, you basically get like the perfect cut, and you split basically the entire Sharpie line in two, which is like you couldn't do it better.
Uh,
Like he couldn't do it better. But you're so happy and joy, and you basically while you cut up the next, you look at the other one. You're so proud of that like cut into Sharpie line, right? As you cut completely sideways into a belly, and he's like, oh,
oh,
no.
I'm so sorry.
I hope I can salvage that somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Worse enough.
I I can reimburse you if I messed something up.
It's fine. It's
I
only pigs.
guess. I
If you
guess.
do that to a cow, And
Oh.
he points out to like a baseball bat.
Nods hers. I understand. I guess we could always turn it into minced meat
He,
if it
he
fails, right?
you look at him for a moment and you see some like bent fingers of his.
What? Is that how you were taught when you were younger?
That's how butchers are taught.
I was taught in a similar way. Kind of scratch one of her scars.
Okay, yeah. Okay, delivery's in. Got it. Floors cleaned. Okay. Yeah. He hands you a mob.
Nods. Kind of like she's overly happy, kind of just doing this average stuff
Huh?
because it doesn't involve like killing or spying on people or blackmailing people and stuff like that. This is awesome. She seems super happy just doing mundane stuff
This is
as
almost
she would a big
serene. Yeah.
yeah. She's like in seventh heaven as she starts kind of like cleaning up with a ridiculous smile on her face, kind of like humming a little bit on her
Okay, another
song.
aesthetics, please. Oh yeah, you take your sweet ass time.
Dancing with them off a little bit.
Yeah, fooling around. Yeah.
Yeah, assuming she finished after all, like, I'm finished. Is there something else I can help you with?
Hmm.
Or,
Well, we need to skin it and get them processed today, but he looks at the clock, right? And it's 12.
oh,
Yeah, time flies by.
well,
Um,
I guess it's dinner time. Do you want me to help you make food? Brings back to the other day, probably.
sure. I need to, and he pulls out he points out to a rack of like the spice bags that you've been like you'd used for tea. Well, they're
Yeah,
running
it
empty,
would be on
so
a plate, basically.
why don't you look at food for today? And you know, restock some supplies in the meanwhile.
Would you go and resupply on stuff
Hmm.
and outside?
Yeah.
Do you? Oh, um, is there any? Would you? If you have any chance, is there any chance that you could, if I give you money, if you could potentially get some clothes for me? Give money, would you? Some money?
Not good with women's clothing, but sure.
Yeah. Well, she gives him her sizes and stuff. Um, as yeah, and I don't know exactly how much it would cost, but um, kind of would like one of those robes and maybe not, gloves and stuff that can cover me up. I'm a bit sensitive to the sun. You
Hmm.
see,
He
one of those
yeah, sure. Give me some
cover you.
10ish gold.
Okay. She gives him 10 gold. And
He looks at the gold and he looks at you. You're not used to normal work like this, are you?
no, it's really fun though.
Okay. Yeah, he leaves.
I'm super glad for the opportunity. And she kind of like gives him a bow.
Yeah, he looks at you and looks away and goes out.
Yeah. Do you lock the shop after him or?
No, the shop is open.
Um,
You're inside. Why
okay.
would he doesn't lock you in the shop?
No, but basically, like, she asked him for. Oh, what do I do if there comes any customers?
He flicks the sign from open to closed.
Okay, she nods. "Hmm, I'll guard the shop for you." She
Huh.
gives like a playful salute.
Okay.
She reads in the meanwhile, like
Okay.
in the immediate books, listens to some.
Um. Okay. Um. I'm tired for today, so I'm gonna call it quits here.
Hmm.
Okay.
I hope
That was
everybody's
fun.
fine with that.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's your life.
Yeah,
If you're tired, you're
I
tired.
just got knocked the hell out, and now I'm praying to someone.
a little bit sad I didn't get to play more, but it
Well,
was
just
fun the time I spent playing.
hey, it's all about the simple stuff, you know. Yeah. Well, I mean, welcome to the club, Nico. If I had a nickel for every time a gnome, had to speed run religion, I'd have 2 nickels.
Yeah, it's
You
weird that
know,
it happened twice.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to learn Elvish and religion at the same time. You're me. You're the new me.
this
Anyway,
sucks.
uh, I hope you had fun. I'm gonna end the stream here. Have a good one.
All right.
Yes.